Yep. That's us.
That's
Hi.
it. All right. Over here in the upper right, our red Terran.
Polt Prime win.
You know what you get if you spell Polt backwards?
Tolp.
Tlop.
Tlop.
It's almost top.
Ooh. In fact, top is only one letter away from being Polt, if you really look at it.
Yeah. Rearrangement stuff.
And they both play Terran, and they're both Korean. Yeah.
You did it, man.
Go ahead, get your journal, writing it one page. What do you think? Single spaced. I want it on my desk by tomorrow.
Desk of tasteless.
Or you
Someone
can be like
brings
me
you
in
an
school.
apple.
Teacher's like, tasteless. Nick, did you do your homework? I'm like, no. Like, I'm disappointed in you, Nick. I'm like, well, you can't make me care about that. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, on the topic of school and turning in papers tasteless, the same friend for me taught me, he showed me StarCraft and let me know that, in fact, you don't have to do your homework because the teachers don't actually have any power.
They're like, well, you're going to have to call your mom.
Which is a terrible thing.
And I'm like, all right, and I just call another number, you know, and like, she's not picking up. Sorry, Joseph, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, it's quite amazing. Those two things went hand in hand, of course. Just playing StarCraft and not doing my homework. Good thing esports picked up Tasteless, or I would be at Walmart right now.
Yeah, man.
All right. We have Polt with no gas. Top scouts at. Top is getting gas. So it looks like Polt will be doing a fast expansion.
Tech lab here for top. For Polt, he's going to go for that quick command center build.
And Top has so much more information about Polt than Polt has about Top.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big deal. I want to see how Top actually deals with this. What is he going to do to make this work in his favor? He is getting a Reaper, as we see. But is he just going to make a command center after that? He's still mining a lot of gas.
We're going to have to find out. Reaper into command center is great.
Oh. Yeah, looks like he is just doing a Reaper in a command center. All right, that's fine. I was dying. I was going to say, oh my god, let's please see that double Reaper build where you make a bunch of Reapers and actually attack the ramp with Marines on it, because Reapers do sick damage to Marines.
As it turns out, a Reaper can kill a Hellion. Remember when we saw that? Well, it was just so weird because, you know, we play so much, we cast so much. But that moment where the Reaper shot down the Hellion, I was like, what?
Yeah.
By the way, this weekend I was following Revelations and CEO Street Fighter 4 tournament.
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't get to watch any of that.
It was excellent.
Who won that?
Well, here's the important thing: is Mike Ross didn't win. That's sad.
That's the important thing. Oh, I like Mike Ross.
I like
man.
Mike Ross. We actually have met Mike Ross.
Yeah.
He is almost as charming as us, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, no, he's like ridiculously charming.
Gutex might be more charming than us, though. I don't know. Gutex is pretty charming.
I'm not gonna go ahead and they're really good friends. You're gonna make them fight. They're like, Tasteless said I'm more charming than
fight,
you.
then we can cast it.
Yeah. They fight, but like neither of them can throw Hadoukens.
Yeah, man, they're just sitting there making the fireball
actually,
motion.
neither of them use those type of characters either.
I know.
Anyways, everyone's like, we don't play Street Fighter. Get back to
Talk about the game.
I'm like, all right, there's a Hellion, there's a Marine.
Anyways, about Mike Ross and Gutex and making them fight.
That'd be pretty cool.
Nah, I like both those guys
quite a bit. All right, so Blue Flame being researched for top. I'm loving how much Blue Flame we're seeing nowadays.
Well, you know, it's funny because it's sort of like Vultures with Spider Mines, where like everybody sort of, if you play it a lot, you're like, well, the Vulture seems like a pretty cost-effective unit, but it's so good. Like the Blue Flame Hellions, that can kill so much stuff.
Yeah, I would say it's not as good as Vultures in StarCraft.
No, man, nothing's as good as Vultures, man. They cost 75 minerals. Well, they're basically free, and they have a build time of 0.
Well, I tell you what, you want to talk about that, man. Don't get me started on DTs, all right?
They don't even cost gas, Artosis. You plant like one Spider Mine and the DT dies, you're like, oh
yeah. It's 3 Spider Mines.
No, man, no, it's not. It's just
you're
not.
like, oh no, oh, it is.
No, isn't it 2? Why?
No, man.
No, it's 3. It's 3 if they're running away from the Spider Mine, Artosis. It's 2 if they get hit by
you just right-click in the base. Who are you, KR?
No, man.
Remember KR?
I remember that guy.
Just go 3-gate DT every game and right-click into the base.
Now we have the Hellion moving in here. The bunker's not at a very good angle.
No, it's
and in
not.
fact, with the command, command center just kind of out of position, it's going to filter the units if they do try to engage.
He's actually dealing a lot of damage. He's going to have to lift that off. Oh, no. Siege tank is coming. Never mind. Silly me.
And this is where you really get to see the range advantage of a siege tank.
Indeed. And, oh my god, you guys didn't see it, but a lot of Marines just died. Blue Flame Hellions, man. You ever let those Marines plump, sit up together?
Uh-oh. In the secret hallway, the Hellions are going around. Banshee is southbound, going towards the base up top, hoping to get some SCVs. Uh-oh. But this SCV might see it. Well, we're not going to get a shot of it, but the SCV did see it. And top is not going to be touched by Polt here.
Yeah. That Polt Banshee not going to do
This is
too
why
much.
you always want one Viking against the Banshees, because the turret can basically keep them from getting too deep in there.
And that Banshee's going to go down easily.
Oh, no!
I'm surprised he went about it like that.
Yeah, that was an interesting way to approach that.
All right, so 65 supply for top, 73 for Polt, 37 SCVs both. Huh.
Oh, by the way, guys, before I forget, because there's a little bit of downtime here, we are casting IPL.
Yeah.
So please check that out. It's completely free. So for your stingy nerd friends, tell them to check that out. But please watch the games of us casting IPL.
I will update you guys in the future as those pop out. So we do have mech for top. I am loving these mech builds, tasteless. Polt, on the other hand, just a much more standard Marine Marauder Medevac siege tank play. Kind of old school by Polt. He really does like that style a lot more. Now we do have possibly a Blue Flame Hellion drop. Blue Flame Hellion drops so good.
Nice interception there.
Gotta be careful of that Marauder. Concussive shells are about to finish. Yeah, those Hellions would never take out that Marauder.
I was going to say it's a Marauder.
It's
Those
actually
things,
like
the problem with Marauders is that they don't die; they're invincible, and you can't escape from them. That's one of the problems. Here we have a Hellion drop,
and here they go. After these SCVs,
you know, it did get a couple SCVs there. Actually, was more effective than I thought, considering there were actually Marauders in the base.
That was all right, man. I mean, Polt 43 SCVs, 47 for top, so he gets a little bit ahead there.
Now, hold that thought. Now, he shouldn't be doing this because he actually saw that this back entrance was going to be walled off.
But that one depot, he could take that out. That 30 hit point unfinished depot.
All right, here he comes. Nope.
Polt's army is pretty fearsome right now. Now, top does have some siege tanks. Look at this, still harassing. That singular siege tank, though, should be able to hold on. Now, Polt is moving down. Might get a nice little contain off. If he does get a nice contain off, Top's going to have a very hard time actually breaking.
And his army isn't completely grouped here. Top's not. He stems. Ugh, probably not the best idea to stem there.
Yeah. Looks like he was ready for something that he did not need to be. This mech army it's going to be hard to break that army basically. You know, if you try to actually siege and move up and then siege, if Polt catches you and stims and attacks in, you're dead.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely dead.
You have to have a lot of siege tanks to be able to stop that. Well,
you know, Polt didn't actually get the best contain over there. In fact, he just gave it up.
Yeah.
Kind of odd, you know?
Looks like he's just going to take the safer contain after this Unlock Watchtower because of that Viking, which he then takes out. Now, Top does have another command center, another orbital, so he's going to float it over to the gold. Meantime, halfway done the command center of Polt, his next base. Will he take the gold? Will he go for the low ground? I would say most likely the gold. You know, it's always right around when the two players take their gold base that we normally see TVT end on this map. Because someone gets out of position for a second, the other guy sieges up, and it gets dirty.
Okay, the gold base is now being taken by Top. Top doing a good job of playing catch-up. I really got to commend him on that. And, you know, that small window of time, it makes a big difference when it comes down to the gold base and mules. I mean, if you have the gold base for even 2 or 3 minutes before your opponent, that's enough to get enough money to catch up. or to get ahead and actually stop your opponent from getting the gold base too.
Quite well
That's
said,
really
Jesus.
important to note in Turn for Stern. I really want to hit this point home, is that in TBT, I want to say it again, if you get the gold base for even a few minutes,
Yeah.
that's enough time to get so much stuff you can deny them, and it's only because of the mules.
Yeah.
It's not like that in other matchups.
Mules make it just, especially when it's an orbital, because then you have like 3 orbitals, dropping mules, and you can float it away if they attack into it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we do have another Blue Flame Hellion drop coming, but Missile Turret plus Marauders in base equals this never ever doing any damage ever in 100,000 years.
And here's the thing, those are Marauders. Those things just don't die.
Notice how the Hellion couldn't get away.
Oh, what were you doing, Gold SCB? Sensor towers.
Look at all the sensor towers. We almost have Olympic rings on the map.
Yeah, we almost do. We got more than a Venn diagram.
And a nice little attack there by Polt, picking off a siege tank. Very nicely done. And Top is, I love the way Top is not moving too fast. He's like, nah, I have a lot of siege tanks. I just got to be careful. And just slowly but surely pushing out. Polt has a couple very small contains, as you see. He's got both watchtowers, so he's in a pretty good spot. He has more supply, but again, the siege tank army belongs to Top.
You know, it's interesting because I understand what Top's been doing here with the Hellions, but it's amazing how well Polt has not, or has deflected any Hellion attempts. I mean, you know, it's easy to forget, you know, you see a Hellion go down because Hellions oftentimes die in StarCraft 2 just because they're out harassing, but the Hellions have died so many times without killing anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of stuff lost there for Top that's not really helping him get ahead.
Quite true. Now, very awesomely tasteless because Top has hit so many siege tanks at this point. He's like, okay, what do I do now? He adds 2 starports. He's now making 4 Vikings at a time, and he's going to continue to do so that he has complete air dominance and can actually start pushing around. Now, he may add some Banshees to this possibly. He may even go Battlecruiser eventually, even though I don't think that's the best choice. And look at that, just crushing through those 3 tanks. You got to be careful when you have small siege tank contains. Got to have more support units.
You know, he's creeping forward. It's interesting to see how Polt can just sort of get bullied out of position very easily in a matchup like Turn for Stern. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, that's actually
He
one of his
actually does
weaknesses.
not hold positions.
He's a tempo-style player in this
Ooh,
matchup.
well said, Artosis.
Yeah. He's not
you
about...
just made me get my cow mating call. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. You know, of course, there's all sorts of styles you can play. A tempo-based style is, you know, I don't know if I have time to truly explain
I'd say you're
it.
in TBT StarCraft 1, you were more of a tempo player. Is that fair to say?
You know, I think that TBT I was everything, but tempo I used a lot.
I think you were the tempo guy. It's always the way I
used a lot
saw
of
your
tempo.
TBT as I fawned over your Turn for Stern
Thanks,
games
man.
in StarCraft 1, yes.
But, well, we do have a little engagement here, trying to snipe off some tanks. Really well done, actually, by Polt, taking out several siege tanks.
And here's the thing, Artosis, those are Marauders, okay?
Yeah.
Those things don't die. Did I mention that?
You have, a few times, I believe. Now, Polt has added on some starports. He's trying to get a good Viking count as well.
Polt is going to go around.
Ooh, and Top does not see it.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, he did not see that at all.
But he does have a supply depot in the way to see this. Now, can he get back there with the right number of units quick enough?
Base is under attack.
All right, the depot's down. This kind of been given away. That was smart of Top to have something there. And again, you know, I think Polt may lose this if he's not careful. I don't see him having any success as the game goes on.
No, this is getting very hard because Top is moving out so methodically with the siege tanks. It's too methodical. What are you going to do against this stasis?
I don't know.
It's pretty difficult situation with Marine Marauder. Basically, when you're going Marine Marauder, you're going more of a Marine King's Prime type style where you really rely upon those much less siege tanks. You have to have your opponent get out of position. You have to be able to run around and do damage.
Fusion core, Artosis. Fusion core.
Ooh. So he's going to go BC.
Battle cruisers.
And we have some Banshees now coming in.
Oh, so sick. But just the last second, they were picked off there. And you can see Top is not going to give up on trying to gain ground here. But right now, Polt Prime has too much stuff as for the air, but not enough on the ground. And this brief battle cruiser tech switch might actually cost Polt the game.
You know, this is actually getting so wild. I just keep getting nerd chills. 2 battle cruisers on the way. You know, the fact that Polt got all those extra Vikings and Top didn't realize it just made Top get pretty badly hurt there. And we have another attack into the gold base.
Oh my God, but there's so many Marauders barreling down here. That many Marauders can take out a lot of siege tanks before they're eliminated, if
They
they're
might
even
take out
eliminated.
every single siege tank. Taste can't have siege tanks alone, and Top bungling this attack.
Well, here's the thing,
terribly.
Artosis, is those are Marauders.
Do Marauders ever die?
No, dude.
No, man, they don't die.
No, man.
Silly guy, silly question.
You know, I thought Polt was at the brink of losing that game when the Marauders came in there. You know, the Korea Marauders are called, what is it, Bulgum?
Yeah, fire bear.
Fire bear.
Makes
Fire
sense.
bears.
Bears that shoot fire. Scariest thing possible.
Scariest thing, man. Bears are scary, dude. I don't know what's scary, lions or bears. I think bears. But I feel like I could trick a bear, not a lion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, a lion will just chase you down and grab you. A bear, I feel like, you're probably not that fast. Oh, they are fast, Tasteless.
Oh, they are fast. They
I don't
are
know why you think
scary.
they aren't
You
fast,
climb up
man.
the tree. Listen, dude, a bear can go up a tree.
Yeah. Rather fight a gorilla than a bear.
No, man, a gorilla's even worse.
No. A gorilla you can outsmart. You like look at the ground and stuff. He goes up and like slaps the ground in front of you. No, you're fine. All right, now we have these battle cruisers coming in. What anti-air does Polt truly have? Top really have. Polt has a lot of Vikings, but Top has a lot of Vikings as well. Does he have more than Polt? Looks like the answer, Basis, is yes. No, wait, one less. 12 against 13. This is a wild game. Both players just about maxing out.
You know what's funny is Polt actually managed to survive that tech switch.
Yeah.
I was positive he was going to get killed there.
It looked like it, and we do have Polt making a move. Realizes his Marauders in these air battles not so good. May as well get what he can get with them. And he's trading actually pretty darn well.
I think he actually wanted to free up supply.
Yeah, I agree completely. That was totally something to free up a lot of supply. See if he can do a
Polt
little
is like,
damage.
all right, go kill yourselves at top space. And the Marauders are like, oh,
That is exactly what they were like.
come on.
Oh, man. All right, now we're getting actually a lot of battle cruisers for Polt. And Top is going just Vikings to counter, but still Vikings being made for Polt as well.
Nice little Hellion attack over here, killing off Smith's.
Oh, wow, that's annoying. The rocks have been
potentially a
broken.
lot.
Battle cruisers have to come and save them. You guys need the battle cruisers to save you? Oh.
Come on, man. This is getting pretty scary.
Yeah.
It looks like an endgame StarCraft 1 Terran versus.
Yeah, it does. It's like Wraith, battle cruiser versus Wraith. 24 Vikings for Top, 17 for Polt.
Now, here's one issue: is that
Wow.
if the battle cruisers decide to attack the fresh expansion for Top over at the center right, that's going to allow Top to spill into this location. That's going to be very difficult for Polt to control the gold base and the base behind that.
Well, here we go, Tasis. That is a lot of Vikings, and he's going to kite, so those battle cruisers cannot do that much damage. And, well, Polt, man, these battle cruisers may be the end of him. He's losing a lot of them.
It is 15 Vikings to 19. Top with the air advantage here.
Now he is fighting into missile turrets here. The battle cruisers have taken a lot of damage. Can Top take them all out? There's 2 left.
What an insane battle here.
This is absolutely wild. We now have Polt with 11 Vikings against the 15 of Top, but he also has 2 battle cruisers. Both players making a lot of Vikings.
I think that's the first TBT air battle like that we've ever casted, Artosis.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm glad we were here to be together for that, Artosis.
Who else would we be with Tasteless?
I don't know. We're in our
You're my one and only.
No.
My first, my last, my everything.
He's so sweet. Let's see here. Now, Polt has not at least expanded to the center left location. And I don't know if he can. I mean, I understand the whole theme behind getting battle cruisers with the Vikings, but, how are you really going to control that area with that?
Yeah. Polt is in a vice right now. These siege tanks, you throw up some turrets, and it's like, well, your opponent isn't spending on battle cruisers. He's spending on anti-air only. He's got better upgrades, or rather, Polt has the better upgrades. He has +2 attack, whereas Top only has +1. You know what would be awesome is if he made a Thor. Gets all these pumped Vikings. You kidding me, Taste?
Oh yeah,
You
dude.
joking
Actually,
me?
they're lucky you're not in here, Artosis.
Oh,
Get one
Artosis.
Thor that would.
You don't want to
change
mess with Artosis TVT.
The
Taste.
Tosis is what they call him. I'm the Tosis. I'm gonna get you a lot of points.
And here we go. Polt moving in now.
And here's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh no, Top's actually not countering.
27 Vikings to 17. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous for Polt.
He didn't even have time to use him auto gun.
Yeah.
You have
Vikings.
a tow gun.
Vikings just doing so much damage.
No, Top is actually attacking the upper left location. Hopefully we'll get a shot of that for you guys soon.
I feel like Top is going to eventually pull this out, Tasteless.
Yeah, Top's got this.
Well, they're both 20 Viking versus 20 Viking, but better upgrades on Tops. Polt right now at only 18 SCVs, though. That's actually a big story. And the missile turrets. Tasteless missile turrets are insane. They're doing a ton of damage here. They've even got their range upgrade at this point.
All right, I think we actually will see GG. The air, look, it's good to do this in Terran vs. Terran, what we saw Polt do, but not on this map. This map is very open.
This is a hard map to do this on.
You actually
If
have
a
to
map
have
like Crossfire and you do that, oh boy, you're a Gosu. But here it's like, it's a little bit harder, man.
Yeah,
There's
it really
a lot
is.
of areas that you have to try to defend, and it just has not worked out for him. He's at 14 SCVs against 64 of Top, and Top is going to end up taking this Tasteless. We do have a little Marauder scuffle. We're not going to show you. It's all right.
If it was a dance, it'd be the shuffle.
After all, after all of these battlecruiser battles, we can't show you a Marauder scuffle.
No.
It's just not good enough for you guys. You need better.
If they were fat, it'd be the Marauder Truffle Shuffle. Pew, 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 pew. That's my impression, Artosis.
The Tasteless soundboard.
Pew, 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 pew. All right, Vikings. You know, Top is actually really showing that he knows exactly how to play this matchup. And I think that's what happens if you're a very good macro Terran versus Terran player. You're always going to get to the late game, you know? And he made the right choice. They both branched out in different directions. One guy going ahead and trying to get, you know, that air Viking battlecruiser maneuver. The other one basically going for a position-based game where he's slowly pulling forward. Normally we see Terran vs. Terran where they're both going for the position game and it sort of becomes a tug of war.
Well, right now, again, 66 Harvesters against 14, Top in the lead. And Top right now is mining 3 times as much than Polt is. 88 supply to 198. I mean, everything is in Top's favor, and we should be seeing GG pretty quick. These Vikings should be able to win this battle. Dealing so
actually,
much damage.
It's quite interesting to see how much damage the battlecruisers can tank.
It's quite true. And Top actually does have to back up. He will just make more Vikings, though. What are you going to do then? Not a whole lot.
Not much you can do. I'm surprised we haven't seen Top actually just take everything he has and attack Polt. I mean, he's playing it safe, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, it's actually pretty clear you can kill him. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's the semifinals, you know.
Better safe than sorry. And he's going to do exactly what Tasteless said to do now. Does he have enough? And actually, Polt will be able to hold this off and kill all the siege tanks.
How funny is that?
Well, that's what
I guess I just learned something. All right.
The thing is, Polt has put in every dime he has, Tasteless, into his air fleet.
He's actually not making money as his income is completely static right now.
Yeah, that's quite true. It's 0. His income is 0.
It's zilch.
And he has 5 Harvesters. Polt is making 3 SCVs, though, guys. Don't worry.
Settle down. He's still in this.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
But yeah, it's infinitely over. We do have a Thor finally being made before Top. 1 Thor volley in these huge 20 Viking battles actually would change it so much. Hellion's coming in. They're going to find there's not a lot of SCVs to kill. There's just not a lot of SCVs.
Well, I'm under the impression Polt is probably in his booth right now, knows he's dead, and is trying to think, all right, what am I going to do? What strategy will I employ in the next game?
Well, you know the one thing about, especially Battlecruiser StarCraft 1, oh my god, never mind. Well, we're going to be seeing GG. There you go.
GG.
And Top takes it up 2-1 right now. In that green team.
Look at
That's
look at those
sick side.
Look at those sideburns, man. That's pretty badass.
Wow. Taking his jacket off. Polt serious now.
Polt needs to go into modeling, man. That's the thing.
That's a guy.
Yeah, man. Now there's the OGS coach,
Gone.
and they're going over like, all right, how do we approach this next game? It looks like the longer the game goes on, the better shape Top is in.
And that's always been for him.
Yeah, that's always been true. Gerard getting a little back rub. Gerard
like
also should be a model.
mainly
Look at these
custom.
handsome
It's like,
guys. Gerard, I'm there. And Gerard's like, I'll be back in a minute.
Goes to the internet, looks up TVT.
We, very soon here, we'll have a little break. It's at the 3-game marker. Look, I think Top should have this. He looks a little bit better than Polt, man.
He is looking better.
It was funny because Polt had a lead there, but he just kept. I mean, it was a very gradual thing if you watched, but he was slowly.
I
the
feel
map was getting more and more yellow. It was spreading. Yeah,
when
like
you're
moss.
super patient with siege tanks, eventually you're going to kill the Marauder Marine player.
Top, due to his macro style, due to his economically oriented mindset, all he has to do is just keep making stuff and being patient, and Polt eventually is just kind of running his stuff into siege tanks. Polt did have an interesting way of teching. He kind of kept it siege tank. Then simultaneously went Marauder with Vikings and battlecruisers to kind of wipe out the tanks to keep the push from coming until the battlecruisers were there. But here's the problem. That map specifically, you can't do that.
It's
you
a hard
attack
map
one
for it,
place, they just move up the other place. We'll be right back with a little break. We're going to find out after that who's going to move on to the finals here at the GSL Super Tournament.